The New York Jets sit at 3-6 after pulling off an upset win over a suddenly struggling Houston Texans team last week. Now they travel west to face a surging Arizona Cardinals team who have won 3 straight and currently lead a crowded NFC West division. The Cardinals have been winning games by the skin of their teeth, however, as they don't seem to be great at any one thing, but instead play conservatively on offense and defense, and they don't beat themselves. They're in the bottom 5 in blitz percentage, the bottom 10 in hurry percentage and quarterback knockdowns, but somehow are near the middle in sacks despite not blitzing much. They don't force a lot of turnovers and are among the worst in the league in third down conversions prevented, but they have one of the top 15 red zone stop rates in the league. So, in other words, you can move the ball on them, but once you get to your end zone, it's tough to score touchdowns. That has not translated into scoring defense results, however, as the Cardinals allow 23.8 points per game, which is 19th in the NFL, and teams score on 47% of their drives. On offense, they turn the ball over at a 12.6% rate, which is 25th in the league. So, how do the Cardinals manage to win games? Well, for one, they can move the ball. They're 10th in total offense, with most of that coming from a running game that's 5th in yards gained and 2nd in yards per attempt. They pass the ball well enough to get by, are 8th in third down conversions, and 10th in red zone conversions. They're also 7th in field goal percentage, so they don't have a lot of wasted drives. Kyler Murray is playing well this season after being injured much of last year, and James Conner keeps on producing. The Cardinals also picked up Marvin Harrison Jr. in the draft this year, but he's had a fairly quiet rookie campaign so far outside of a couple of 100-yard games. However, they have beaten just one team with a winning record this season, so it remains to be seen if they're for real or not. We won't get that answer this week as they get to play a Jets team that fits the profile of many of the flawed teams the Cardinals have beaten this season. Somehow, the Jets are still barely in the wild card hunt, just a couple of games behind Denver. And if the Jets manage to beat the Cardinals, that makes things very interesting for their season prospects. The Jets' offense may have found a solution to their passing woes. Force feed the ball to Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams. Last week, Aaron Rodgers targeted his 2 favorite receivers 21 times out of 32 attempts. That's 66% of his passes. Is that sustainable? I guess we'll find out. The Jets traded away Mike Williams to the Steelers at the deadline, and Allen Lazard is out for at least 4 weeks. They have some young, unproven guys they can trot out there, but you have to imagine Aaron Rodgers won't be too thrilled with bringing out guys like Malachi Corley, who dropped the ball short of the goal line last week. Ty Conklin, Breece Hall, and Braylon Allen still exist, but I think we're going to see Rodgers riding his main horses until the season is truly cooked. Against Arizona, Adams and Wilson will need to get open often and early, while Rodgers will need to get the ball out before the front 4 get to him. Breece Hall will need to have an efficient day running the ball, and the Jets' defense will need to improve upon their recent efforts against the run. I think the Jets will have just enough to tough one out against the Cardinals to win this one 21-10.